Hello student, welcome to Jit online class. Today I bring handwritten note geography chapter 1 research and development. Now starts the video. What is research? What do you mean by research? So basically everything available in our environment that can be used to fulfill our requirement. Besides, it is technologically accessible, economically feasible and culturally acceptable is called research. Okay, so basically you remember that what do you mean by research. So basically research everything available in an environment that can be used to fulfill our requirements. Okay, the next, how can we transfer material available in the environment? So basically materials in the environment are transferred because of the interrelation of nature, technology and institution. Second point, men react with nature with the help of technology and create institution to accelerate economic development. So, how many types of research? So basically in what ways can research be classified? So basically research can be classified in the following way. First, on the basis of origin, biotic and abiotic, on the basis of exhaustibility, renewable and non-renewable. Next, on the basis of ownership, individual, community, national and international, on the basis of status of development, potential, developed, reserve and stock. Okay, you remember, basically resource can be classified in the following four ways: on the basis of origin, on the basis of exhaustibility, on the basis of ownership, on the basis of status of development. So now discuss about the on the basis of origin. So question basically classify resource on the basis of origin or write the classification of resource on the basis of origin. So basically on the basis of origin, resources are classified into two categories. One is biotic resource, another is abiotic resource. So what is biotic resource? Now biotic resources are those which are obtained from biosphere and which have life like human beings, flora and fauna, fisheries and livestock, etc. So what is abiotic resource? Now abiotic resources are those things are non-living such as rock and material. So next discuss about on the basis of exhaustibility. So basically, so on the basis of exhaustibility, so there are basically two types, ଗୋଟେ renewable resource, another ହେଉଛି non renewable resource. So on the basis of exhaustibility, resource are of two types: renewable resource. So what is renewable resource? Resource which can be renewed or reproduced by physical, chemical or mechanical process are called renewable resources. So they are also known as replenishable resource. Example: solar energy, wind energy, water, wildlife, forest. Next, what is non-renewable resources? Non-renewable resources occur over a very long geological time that takes several lakh of years in their formation. So some of the resources such as metals are recyclable. Another hand some such as fossil fuel are non-recyclable. They get exhausted with their use. They exhaust forever. Example: mineral, fossil fuel. Next হচ্ছে define exclusive economic zone. তো basically exclusive economic zone, it is a sea zone মানে prescribed by United Nations Convention and the law of the sea, over which a state has special rights regarding the exploration and use of marine resources including energy production from water and wind. This is known as exclusive economic zone. Okay, next which on the basis of status of development. So basically very important, so on the basis of state of development, resources are put in the following classes. So what is potential resources? Now resources found in a region but not still utilized are called potential resources. Example: the western part of India, particularly Rajasthan and Gujarat, have enormous potential for the development of wind and solar energy, but till date they have not been developed properly. Okay, the next, what is developed resources? Resources which have been surveyed and their quality and quantity have been determined for utilization are put in the category of developed resources. The development of resources depend on technology and level of their feasibility. Example, out of available hydroelectricity, only 40% has been developed till that. Next, stock. The materials in the environment which can satisfy human need but due to lack of technology. So these are not available to human are called stock. Example, hydrogen and oxygen are two gases which can be used as water by mixing, but we do not have the technology at present. So next, hydrogen gas can be used as energy, but we do not have feasible technology to produce that. Feasible means possible. Okay, next which is what is reserve. There is a subset of stock which can be put into use with the help of existing technology, but its use have been postponed for future is called reserve. Example, water in dams, forest are reserve which can be used in future. Okay. So why do human beings use resource indiscriminately? So basically first answer, resources are very important for human survival as well as for maintaining the quality of life. Therefore human beings use them indiscriminately and this has led to many problems. Okay. Next question, indiscriminate use of resource has led to numerous problems. Justify this statement. So first, indiscriminate use of resource has led to the following problem: depletion of resource for melting the greed of a few individual. Next type of resource on the basis of ownership. So basically first, individual resource. What are individual resource? Give example. Now resources which are owned privately by individual are called individual resource. Example, in village there are people with land ownership. So many farmers own land allotted to them by government against the payment of revenue. The next, in cities and towns people own plot, houses and other properties, car, etc., etc. Next, community owned resource. So what do you mean by community owned resource? Now the resources which are accessible to all the member of the community. Example, village common such as grazing grounds, burial grounds, village pond, etc. Next, public park, picnic spot, playground in urban areas. Next, national resources. What do you mean by national resources? Give example. Now all the resources belong to the nation are termed as national resource. The country has legal power to acquire even private property for public good after giving compensation. Example, roads, canals, railways, water resource, forest and wildlife, mineral resources. All lands within the national boundaries and ocean area up to a distance of 12 nautical miles, that means 22 km. What is a buffer zone of a country or defined terrestrial water? The terrestrial water is a belt of coastal waters extending at most 12 nautical miles from the baseline of a coastal state. International. Okay, next, international resources. What do you mean international? Give example. Now resources which are not being owned by any specific nation. There are international institutions which regulate such resources. This is known as international resources. Okay, so it is which agency regulate international resources? Basically international institution. Without the concurrence of international institution, no individual country can utilize the oceanic area belong to the open ocean. Okay, what is the status of the oceanic area beyond 200 nautical mile distance? The oceanic area beyond 200 nautical mile of the exclusive economic zone belongs to open ocean which cannot be used by any country without the permission of international agency. So which right does India have beyond the limit of 200 nautical miles? India has the right of mining manganese beyond the limit of 200 nautical miles. Okay. Accumulation of resources in a few hands lead to the division of the society into segments. Rich and poor. Global ecological crises like global warming, ozone layer depletion, environmental pollution and land degradation have been causing countless problems. Okay.